Foster there, and then you have Atta always work so hard and complement him. So today we have some changes, and then also the changes in the.
It's back. Bibiani GoldStars, and he starts in this game as well.
Yes, that's a big one for him. He has experience. You bring the experience to bear, and then you have attack Kumi as usual. I mean, so that will be a very good battle. They need to make sure they have. If they get a supply from the midfield, trust me.
And then 9 away matches so far, and they won 3. They had 3 draws and lost 3 in the process. For GoldStars, they are yet to lose a game here at the Dance Park. The Stars have conceded 4. So it looks like GoldStars are not invincible, but they score a lot here.
Yes, I mean, when it comes to these grounds, the players make sure that the supporters are excited. They make sure that they win. Come what may. You remember the game against the turnaround game against Heart of Lions, against Adriana. They make sure they won, and I'm talking about the topping against Media. But they had the chances, they couldn't clearly finish, but they end up.
In certain accommodation, but I'm happy to be back. I've been to Ghana football before. We love the focus.
Of course, and in terms of adaptation, how are the boys adapting to your tactics and system?
Well, I think they're picking up step by step. It's always for a team difficult to adapt to new coach. I'm aware of that. But as far as I see, especially in the trend, I think they're trying to pick up.
Of course, and you are playing one of the biggest clubs in Ghana. You know about them, Asante Kotoko. Has this game actually come too early for you?
No, look, any game is coming at the right time. You know, we already played Midima for 2 times, so maybe it's good to play the tough, the big teams, because that's where we want to, measure us, and that's where we want to learn.
Coach, we wish you the very best today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
It's match day 19 here at the Dance Park. In match day 18, you drew against Brekum Chelsea, and you talked about not having the best of finishes.
We have a saying, after every match, you go to preparation after every match. So the match taught us we should do a lot of finishing, and we went on it because without finishing, good football alone will not give you any marks. So seriously, we work on our deficiencies against Brekum Chelsea.
Now, there's one huge change that you've made. Yakubu Dogo, who signed for the club recently, is starting. Has he shown enough in training to merit a starting berth?
Well, he did a lot. He came to train with us for some days before we registered him, and he was also with us the whole of the week preparing for this game. So he merited the selection, and that's why you see.
Now, the last time you came here, it was a different coach. They brought in a Swiss manager. Does that change the dynamics of today's game?
Well, every coach has his own ability and capability, so I can't deny it. But to me, it's a big challenge again for me to also stand tall here.
Of course. Now, away from this game, you have Albert Samoa back in your ranks. How much of a relief would that be to Kotoko?
Well, I'm very happy he's back. He was about to be taken to a loan somewhere, but Kotoko demanded him, so he's back. And I'm very happy he's back, because one of my problems I was facing before, after he left, was goal scoring. Until I tried to use to open it wide for everybody to be able to score. Now that he's back, I think everybody will be happy.
Is it a direct entry back into the team for him?
Well, the Albert I know, if he come with the same Albert, he will go direct into the team.
Coach, we wish you the very, very best for today's game. Zito Okanse, the head coach of Asante Kotoko, excited that Albert Samoa is back, but he is not part of today's game. Jeffrey, first 45 minutes, what do you think will happen?
I'm expecting a very thrilling encounter and contest between the two sides.
Well, let's see what happens in the first 45 minutes. I hand you over to our team of commentators, Nanada Kwajesi and Kelvin Owusu-Ansah.
Stellar Saturday in the Ghana Premier League. The Bibiani town comes alive with a top liner of match day 19 of the Ghana Premier League. As defending league champions, GoldStars come up against Kumasi Asante Kotoko under the sun here. at the dance park. It's a big one considering GoldStars want to regain momentum following their defeat to Bibiani United last weekend. And Asante Kotoko, having ended 2025 with 3 wins on a row, Kotoko are yet to be consistent in 2026, having drawn their last game against Bekum Chelsea at the Babayara Stadium. It's a make or break for the Porcupines as they think about regaining their place within the top 2 and also keep their hopes of winning the Premier League this season alive. My name is Nana Dakwa Jesse, together with Kelvin Owiswansan, we are your commentators for this afternoon's game here in Bibiani.
Well, it's absolutely one of the days you would always want to be present at the match venue. Asante Kotoko under lots of turmoil, Abdul Karim Zito under lots of pressure. He needs to deliver, but for GoldStars, very much calm and very much knowing that they have been very strong at home and would get maximum points over the Porcupines. This could be a make or break for Asante Kotoko, but for GoldStars, it is somewhere a relaxation for them, but they definitely need 3 points if they want to keep up the chase on Medium ISC.
The home side, Sports India, white, green, and yellow jerseys, yellow stockings over black shorts, and Asante Kotoko, dominant red and white jerseys here at the dance park in Bibiani. Asante Kotoko claimed the silverware at this venue before the start of the season when they beat GoldStars to win the Super Cup. This is a lineup for Bibiani GoldStars. 4 changes to the team that lost to Bibiani United. Kobe keeps his place in post. Rafiu at right back. There's Ofori who slots in together with Atinga in central defense. A champion occupies the left back row with a 4-man midfield of Inkua, Amon Kote, Ejay and Atta, with Kumi leading the attack alongside the experienced Prince Opoko Ajiman.
Quite interesting, the choices of coach Marcus Smith is making certain players who virtually couldn't have say in the team gather momentum, gather the confidence to be starting games. And it's quite impressive to see Prince Opoko Ajiman return to this team. It has been a very difficult time for him, but he's back.
Marcus Smith expected to help GoldStars reclaim their Premier League title. Current champions of the top flight from last season. Kotoko Sambo Nelson top won the toss and gets to choose where the Porcupines will come from. One-time best referee in Ghana, Julian Nunu, is the centre man. Is assisted by Paula Timaka and Seth Ableto, with Gideon Nikofi assisting as the 4th referee for this afternoon's game. Asante Kotoko, they have made 5 changes to the team that drew against Bekum Chelsea at the Babayara. Kamara keeps his place in post. Esiedu is missing with injury, and Amwa takes his place at left back. Kotoko will be maintaining Lord Amwa at right back with Hamza injured and also out of the team. There's a place for Henry Ensu and the coach Abdul Karim Zito, who is also making another change in midfield where Prince Bedu is stepping in for Seth Kojosen. There's a debut for young chap Yakubu Dogo, who joined Kotoko at the start of this weekend's games in the Premier League. So 5 changes for Kotoko from the Chelsea drawn game, and Zito has also been pegged back in terms of those injured players for this afternoon's game.
Well, it's quite interesting the number of changes is made to the team. That has been the situation all season, battling to have that consistency in naming a regular lineup, breaking the spine of the team almost every now and then. But with high praises for Prince Bedu, who gets his first Ghana Premier League game in his rightful position, with respect to combine with Hubert Joe, Saka Dauda, Peter Amido and Yakubu Dogo, expected to help Murphy Dozo and make Kotoko's attack a very fearsome one.
Yesterday, Hearts of Oak were held at the Legon University of Ghana Stadium to a pulsating goalless drawn encounter by Dreams FC, a game where Benjamin Asari stole the show. Eyes will be on Kamara and his opposite number, Kobe, to rise to the occasion for this afternoon's fixture. All is set. Julian Nunu has whistled to his mouth, takes a look at his watch. Whistles for the commencement of the game. It's match day 19 of the Ghana Premier League at the dance park in Bibiani. It's GoldStars up against Asante Kotoko. Here is the review. Ofori switches to Atenga, the captain of the side. Lovely play from Arjuman. He goes down. The champion goes down for the first free kick of the afternoon to the home side.
Has been one of the very good performing players, managed to keep his place, almost giving his best every single game. Quite not surprising, he's kept his place in the team.
Foul. GoldStars have early advantage after the danger man Samuel Atakumi was brought down by Henry Enso. Free kick GoldStars under 1 minute.
Well, that was quite a poor challenge there coming from Henry Enso. You'd have expected him to go in calmly. It was quite a needless tackle. It could be accidental, but that is a threat Samuel Atakumi offers.
Free kick for Bibiani GoldStars. Early opportunity for the defending league champions to unsettle the FA Cup champions. Nkua goes behind this free kick. From the left wing is going to be an in-swinger from the wide man, and he's blasted it over the bar. Poorly taken by Nkua.
That was quite wasteful. You expected something that could work goalkeeper. Mohamed Kamara.
Before he set up, Amon Kote, headed down by Prince Bedu. Lord Amwa coming under pressure, and Enso gets it away for Kotoko. Referee whistles, Kotoko gets the advantage. Saka Dauda with an early ball looking for Yakubu Dogo, who's making his debut for Asante Kotoko. Good ball from Jehu. Here is Dogo. A lot is expected of this young star who joined Kotoko from second division side Mid-City. Now Amwa is a poor ball trying to link up with Jehu, but he just wants to retrieve possession. Lovely play from Jehu. He cuts and goes around his man. It's a clean tackle by Amon Kote. No foul in there.
Well, I think that was quite an unfortunate pass there. You were expecting that Henry Enso would quickly gather, but that was very good recovery. Quick recovery. You can see the two teams are yet to settle, but GoldStars seems to have a lot more confidence in their approach and how they want to execute it.
Before he takes the free kick for GoldStars into Kotoko territory, but it's coolly collected by Kamara.
It's quite surprising they are giving away their set pieces. Those two casual like cake. Goalkeepers will love to pick these every day.
Kamara is aiming at Aqua, unable to reach the young star on the left-hand side. He's been in the news in the last couple of days, whether he stays with Kotoko for another season or it's about time he bids the Porcupines goodbye. Mohamed Kamara. Here is Atakumi for GoldStars. Goes down under the challenge of Prince Bedu. Free kick GoldStars.
Well, I think that is what Kotoko have always cried for. The defensive midfielder who gets into challenges, tries to repel the attack of opponents. But he should be careful, he can't be ragged all the time.
He's won 2 free kicks so far for GoldStars under 5 minutes. The top scorer of the club. Samuel Champon to take the free kick for the Miners. Switches one, but it's headed away by Joseph Amwa. Yakubu Dogo. Good hold-up play, but the final ball had too much on it for Aqua.
Showing a bit of promise there. You expect him to find Damian Aqua. That was an overhead pass.
Enso's clearance headed back by Ofori, but the flag was up for offside against Dogo.
Well, he's eager to make the runs and pick up on those long balls. But he's failing to time his runs. He's playing against one of the best central defenders and most experienced defenders the league has seen.
From the second division, coming up against a three-time Premier League winner in Vincent Atinga. That's going to be a big deal for the youngster, but here comes Kotoko. Lovely play from Donzo Badiakubu. Dogo is late as Ofori clears it away for GoldStars.
That was quite a strong challenge. To make that progression. That was quite a very decent clearance coming from it.
Dogo, is a lovely turn from Dogo down the right-hand side, but it's clever defending from Samuel Champon as GoldStars try to clear their lines for stage J. Atakumi's Leighton Ensu has given away possession. GoldStars moving into Kotoko's territory. Justice Atta hands possession to Jehu. Here comes Aqua. He sees the movement of Donzo. Here is Donzo, goes past his marker, but Donzo loses possession in the critical area.
That was quite a very good offensive work coming in there from Rafi Ibrahim. He sensed that danger. Once Donzo took that heavy touch, he got right into that area to make the clearance. Very instinctive, good reading of the game by Rafi in that instance.
Amon Kote. Flip it forward to Rafi Mohammed. GoldStars dominating the midfield play at this point. Nkua is late for it. Here is the captain Atinga all the way back to Kobe, but Julian Nuno whistles because Kotoko have an injury concern. It is Lord Amwa who has gone down.
I think it's something that started just a little over 2 minutes into the game. You could see him limping. It looks like it's getting worse, but he's up on his feet and probably may be able to continue.
It's one of the most consistent right backs in the Ghana Premier League over the last 2 seasons, dating back from his days at Berekum Chelsea. He's shown consistency in that position and he's been an integral part of this Asante Kotoko team since joining Lord Amwa.
Well, quite a number of injuries have actually slowed him down a bit. But whenever he picks up, he's on that right-hand side, he offers a lot more to the Kotoko team.
Here is Ofori. Samuel Champon. Shows too much of the ball to the opponent and Donzo takes advantage. Saka Dauda down the right for the Kotoko. Back to Amwa. Good combination play between Amwa and Dauda. Sends the cross. It's cleared away by Atinga.
Well, that was quick passing between Amwa and then Saka Dauda, but the final delivery couldn't find the intended target. You can trust Vincent Atinga if you want the ball to get past him. It must be well calculated and delivered.
Amwa with a long throw away by Atinga again. Further away by Nkua. Controlled calmly by Joseph Amwa for Kotoko. Aqua tries to go through the middle. Handball against Aqua. Fair call by Julian Nuno.
Well, that was a heavy pass there from Joseph Amwa. That control took it away from Peter Miroko, and you can understand his complaint. He wanted it better. But that was a strong challenge that came in from Justice Arthur.
GoldStars have a corner from the boot of Kotoko's captain Samba O'Neill. One of those players whose contract talks have also made the headlines in the last couple of days. Kotoko struggling to keep hold of their main man and big boss at the back. Shown great leadership since assuming the captaincy role at Kotoko, Samba O'Neill. Corner for GoldStars, Samuel Champon to take. Nkua Atakumi in between Ensu and Beidou. He goes for the short corner for Stage A. Goes in the middle. That ball came from Justice Arta, but the final effort from Prince Opoko Ajiman takes a deflection for us. A corner to GoldStars.
Looked more like a training ground routine. Wasn't well delivered. And Samba O'Neill, as always, in the right place at the right time to make that block.
Michael Nkua to take the corner. Same routine. It's a short one for AJ. Back to Nkua. He goes with a curler, but it's gone horribly wrong and out for a goal kick.
Disastrous way of delivering the ball. It went in more like it was going for the drive to hit the target instead of just sending the ball back into the penalty area. That was quite a poor delivery.
Justice Arta. Ensu did well with the ball out. Yakubu Dogo, lovely play from the youngster. He switched one to Donzo. Now Donzo goes with a right-footed delivery that is making no impact.
It was quite surprising he went in with his weaker foot. Expecting him to at least pull that card back for Donzo. He was approaching. He tried to find Peter Amidu at the far post. But that was quite poor execution from him.
GoldStars are on 8-game unbeaten run here at the Dance Park. They remain unbeaten here this season.
That is quite an impressive form if you want to win the league. You must be very much dominant at home.
Here comes GoldStars, but there's a clearance away by Henry Ensu. Throw into GoldStars.
Kotoko leaving quite dangerously. Lots of loose ends in their defense and midfield, and GoldStars are taking very good advantage of it.
Throw-in taken. Prince Opoko Ajiman wants the space for Stage J. Lovely tense. That's a good clearance by the Kotoko captain. Ajiman's delivery just goes out for a goal kick.
That was clever and intelligent play there from Prince Opoko Ajiman, holding up play, waited and offered that ball. Third for Stage A, and his brilliant 10. It's quite unfortunate he found Samba O'Neill right in the path of his delivery.
Kamara aiming at Aqua. Rafiu gets the better of Aqua, who had the final touch on it. Opoko Ajiman to Vincent Atenga. Nkua not on the same page for Stage J. Saka Dauda. Marfin Donzo. Hubert Jehu. Brilliant play from Jehu. Switches to Saka Dauda. Amwa makes the run. Now Saka to Amwa. He sends a cross in again is Atenga. Saka Dauda. Swings in across. Aqua lurking. Nothing positive. In the end, it's a foul against Asante Kotoko.
It was quite unfortunate, but that was quite a decent play there from Justice Arta, getting right in front of Peter Amidu, forcing him to lose the ball. You can understand. He just had to trip Foster on his way in getting from that fall when he made that clearance.
This is the 7th game for Justice Arthur this season. One of those players who are getting a look in after the arrival of the new coach, Fritz Schmidt. Same for Rafiu, his 4th appearance of the season. Jeu is trying to pick out Aqua. Ofori tries to play the safety first. And Aqua quickly picks out Donzo from the throne. Here is Donzo. Goes past his marker. Donzo. Great save by Kobe. Corner Asante Kotoko. Good reflexes by the GoldStars goalkeeper.
That was fantastic play there. Quick throw in. And once it got to Marvin Donzo, look at that card back. And a brilliant effort going for the near post. Sharp reflexes. This is the top goalkeeper, one of the best in the league. And he's proven it once again.
Part of the reason GoldStars won the Premier League last season, Emmanuel Kobe, even when Bofoko got relegated, he was one of those precious diamonds in that Bofoko setup. He guided GoldStars to win the Premier League last time, and it's no fluke. They are still in the hunt for the title. He's been brilliant for them all season, Kobe.
There's a game of football, you need to be as sharp and smart. Great opportunity, and once GoldStars left off a bit of their concentration, Kotoko capitalized on that weakness. Quick throwing from Peter Amidou. And the goalkeeper was very much aware after Philip before he was just deleted from the screen by his man. The effort just went straight down. You can understand why Kobe is in pain. He had to quickly make the readjustment. But Murphy Dozo seems to be picking up some great confidence.
It's brilliant to see him try to even go with a weaker foot when the need arises. He's trying to step up his game in the Asante Kotoko attacking setup, knowing very well that with the arrival of Dogo and Poku still struggling to find his form, he needs to up his game week in, week out.
That's exactly what Karimzito will be expecting. You can understand lots and lots of questions about this team. They continuously keep making errors up front, but I think they seem a lot more positive, and the build-up play has been much more impressive from Sakadauda to Dogo, from Peter Amidou to find Marifin Donzo.
Kotoko have a corner. Lord Amwa to take the corner. And Julian Nunu have some concerns. Some scaffolding there between Prince Opoko Ajiman and skipper of Kotoko, Samba O'Neill. He's trying to make things very clear to the two. It's very clear. Ajiman have sensed the aerial threats of the Kotoko captain and would want to keep him at bay as Lord Amwa readies to deliver the corner. Again, it's this time like a mismatch from the screen. Saka and Atinga having a banter of their own. Amwa to take the corner. Lord Amwa swings one to the near post, away by Amon Kote. Returned by Jeu. Amwa. Aqua couldn't pick out Amwa, but Jeu wins possession, goes for goal, and it's gone wide for a goal kick.
Well, that was quite impressive. That from Jeu stealing that scrap. Was aiming for near post, but that was quite an effort. That wasn't going to trouble Manuel Kobe post.
Jeu has got 4 goals in 17 games for Kotoko this season. From midfield, he's been one of the brightest spots in this Kotoko setup. There's a foul against Joseph Amwa for that push on Justice Arthur.
Well, that was quite a badge into him there. But Joe has been brilliant so far, especially when his position has been altered quite a number of times. Lots of changes in his gameplay, but he still tried to remain one of the best performing Kotoko players this season.
After it's 20 minutes at the dance park in Bibiani, defending champions of the Premier League GoldStars, Neo Kotoko Neo. Here is Amwa. Now Jehu to Donzo. Bedu is trying to pick out Saka from the right side. Here is Dada Saka Dauda. Back to Lord Amwa. Surges forward with confidence. He finds Saka. Lovely play from Saka. He goes down. There's a clumsy challenge from Richard Amonkote. Kotoko free kick.
Very impressive play there. Lots of confidence. How he carries the ball. Quick feet. And he has that ability to get past his man Amonkote there. He's caught flat-footed and had to only make that challenge. Saka would have gotten that ball onto his favorite left foot, and that would have been dangerous.
Free kick for Asante Kotoko. Kobe has got job to do here as the Porcupines plan to execute something special. There's Joseph Amwa and Lord Amwa. The two Amwas combined to execute this free kick for the Porcupines, aiming for the opening goal here at the dance park. It will be Joseph Amwa. He goes over it, and Lord Amwa swings one in and is flicked away by Ofori. Not out of danger, and is plucked firmly by Emmanuel Kobe.
That was twice the ball aiming for far post where Murphy Donzo was lacking, but great defensive work then. Good gather by Kobe. Confidence at his peak coming out for that ball.
Atakumi, Rafiu, Amonkote, Nkua. This here is first AJ. Lovely turn, dancing around Prince Bedu, Prince of Pokwajaman, Amonkote. Lovely possession from GoldStars.
Lots of confidence in their build-up. They know what to do.
Nkua, chest Ken's go past. Henry Ensu, clever reading of the game from Ensu.
He knows exactly where that ball was aiming towards. Quickly slot into the gap left by Lord Amwa. Looks like GoldStars are looking for that penetrative pass to find Atakumi and Opoko Ajiman. But it hasn't been a success.
Atenga with a long one in, trying to pick out Atakumi, who lays one to Nkua. Again, Lord Amwa comes in the way of Nkua. A champon. Atakumi. A J. Ensu wins it. Amonkote brings down Morifin Donzo. Free kick Asante Kotoko.
That was calm recovery there, Henry Ensu. Has been quite impressive so far. Finding Donzo and Amonkote once again. There was no way he was going to win that ball without bringing Donzo down and actually prevent him from being on his bike. That would have been a quick break for the Porcupines.
Now looking good for GoldStars as goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobe goes down once again. The GoldStars gaffer Marcus Fritz Smith will be a worried man, knowing very well that losing Kobe at this time will be disadvantageous for their cause to return to winning ways.
It's quite a disturbing one once he went down with a first quick dive. Looks like lots of strapping has to be done. Looks more like a foot problem. Maybe something he can try and deal with.
Over 50 appearances for GoldStars since arriving from Bofokwa. Gaining his debut in the African Champions League with GoldStars in those 2 games against JS Kabili. He's grown as one of the most improved goalkeepers on the local scene in the last 3 seasons, Emmanuel Kobe.
Well, he's a trusted, the safest pair of hands. It's actually given them Lots of confidence, lots of mood. And it breeds lots of confidence in the team. Even though they have an able general captain in Kusi on the bench who could easily slot in to replace him. I think they cannot afford to lose him.
Kobe should be fine. It's very clear that he's been treated and he'll be fine. In the stands is the Bibiani GoldStars CEO right in the middle of those two gentlemen sporting the GoldStars yellow jersey, and he's up on his feet. Certainly a man under pressure.
Well, certainly he needs to win this game. He cannot afford to drop lots more points at home, knowing that the Ghana Premier League in the second round doesn't give you that luxury of getting a lot of points when you're on the road.
GoldStars have 32 points from 18 games. They lie fourth on the league table. They've won 10 times this season, 2 draws and 6 defeats, including that 2-0 defeat against Kotoko at the Baba Yara Stadium. They scored 19 goals and conceded 20. Interestingly, they have a goal deficit. The only team among the top 4 with a goal deficit.
I'm not sure they will be wondering why is it that we score so much, why we concede so much.
That's the earlier chance that fell to Morifin Donzo. Lovely turn around the Ofori with the right foot, and it's an instinctive reaction from Emmanuel Kobe.
And that was where the injury came. You can see that was quick recovery there from Ofori, but Donzo calmly took his time, brought the ball onto his weaker foot. That was a low carpet drive that could have easily gotten past Kobe. With sharp reflexes, you can understand why. An awkward dive to save the ball with his lower limbs has caused him that discomfort.
For this man, it's 4 goals for him in the Premier League. After Asante Kotoko, interesting 2 former Swatchman players, Emmanuel Kote and Walid Hussein Inema, having fun on the bench.
Well, it's quite interesting to see them. At this point in time, they have no responsibility on their shoulders. And for Kote, for a player who struggled in the last couple of months, he's back on the bench after an injury, disturbed or almost took him away from his career. Kotoko battled, had to settle on Lord Amwa because they brought Yakubu Abu, who came on during the preseason but hasn't really been great for them. Good to see them. Hopefully they get a part to play.
The GoldStars goalkeeper is up on his feet, and no more worries for the technical team.
Hopefully.
Kamara goes long and is aiming at Donzo. Atinga is first to rise and get the ball. Foster J is pushed down by Prince Bedu. Foul for GoldStars.
It's quite a needless position to commit that. Free kick giving it away. Liberty for GoldStars to move away from being in a very tight cage.
Prince Opoku shot. That's the drive that goes over the pass. He did well to shove off the challenge from Samba O'Neill, but the effort just rising above.
Great show of strength there from Opoku. It's quite impressive. Good strength, upper body, making sure the Samba O'Neill was going to struggle for that, but look at that delivery from Matinga. That is what he offers the team. Those cross-field, long deliveries. I'm sure Samba O'Neill getting to know this is a striker I cannot play and give him any inch. He'll turn it into a mile.
Aqua. Here is Jeu. Tries to switch to Saka. Bedu. A champion's ball controlled by Jeu. Lovely play in that midfield by Yube Jeu. Was nearly obstructed by Julian. That's what to find Saka Dauda. Swings in a cross, and Donzo is not meeting the cross. He falls to Aqua. Aqua sends another cross in and is away by Atenga. Opoku Ajiman picks out Atakumi. Brought down by Henry Enso. Free kick for GoldStars. Henry Enso bringing down the GoldStars marksman.
And that was quite a bad challenge there. He went in with a stamp, and he's lucky to escape a caution. The stats were showing, and the intent was just glaring. Very good gather there from Kumi.
That's Barry Maba, who scored a spectacular in that comeback 3-2 win over Dreams FC. 9 fouls on Kotoko's side, 3 on GoldStars. And we've hit the half-hour mark here at the dance park. GoldStars, nil. Kotoko nil. Poorly delivered by Atenga. How did he do that? And Kotoko take advantage. Here is Saka Dauda. He equally gives away possession. That's dangerous, very dangerous. Yellow card to Saka Dauda for the foul on Justice Arthur.
Oh, trying to make amends there for his mistake, giving the ball away. That was quite a rash challenge, even though there wasn't contact. The intent is what he's been punished for by Julian, a very much experienced referee. And I think Saka Dauda will be ruining his starts for getting into the books of the referee this very early moment. Justice Arthur, the victim.
First player to be yellow carded by Julian Nunu today. The Kotoko attacker, Saka Dauda. Here's Richard Amonkote. We start with Kobe. Joseph Amwa almost losing it against Ata. Rafiu, brilliant. That's what to pick out of Fori. Some calmness and composure being exhibited by Rafiu on that right side.
You can quite understand the reason why there's lots of confidence shown in him by Marcus Smith, keeping him there and pushing Ofori into central defense. He's clever, calm, and knows exactly what he's about. So quite the two teams have tried to be a lot more creative, but they've also been a bit careful not to commit lots of mistakes.
Absolutely. The last encounter here was a close one until Hamza Tamusa found that only goal to get Kotoko champion of champion status before the start of the campaign. GoldStars got their fair share in the Galka top 4 when they beat Asante Kotoko. You recall that horrible mistake committed by Henry Enso. And in the Premier League, Kotoko beat them 2-0 in the first half of the campaign this time.
I'm sure Hamza would have loved to be at this venue where he started the season quite brightly after the disastrous top 4. Unfortunately, injury has ruled him out of this game.
Lovely play from Ajay. The champion overindulges, and here is Dogo. Wants the space to drive, is blocked by Ofori, headed away by Rafiu. Not out of danger as Aqua legs and finds control. Samba O'Neill. Hubejo switches to Lord Amo on the right. Good 1-2 between Amo and Bedu, but he allows Saka to pick it up. Lovely play from Kotoko. Here comes Lord Amo. Clever tracking back. Clever defending from Samuel Champon.
Very impressive play there from Asante Kotoko. Quick pass, but look at that recovery. A sliding tackle. Right place at the right time.
It was Nkua who had tracked back after realizing that a champion was nowhere to be found on that left hand side.
Sense of responsibility helping that left back and is absent. A show of teamwork, and that is how Industrious inquires.
Corner for Asante Kotoko, and Joseph Amwa swings one in, and Kobe comes out. Finally gets control of that one. Foster J goes down. I didn't see any contact on him, but here is Atakumi up against Prince Bedu. Atakumi unable to skip past Bedu. He gets a corner for his effort.
You can quite understand that Foster had to hit the ground with his foot. And that was great play there from GoldStars, nearly catching Kotoko, who were now trying to recover, but Prince Bedou. That is his duty in the absence of the centre back. You slot in to make these interceptions.
10 more minutes to the break. GoldStars Neil Kotoko. Neil is a corner for the home side to be taken by Simon Echampon. Echampon swings one to the far post. Atinga is arriving with a header, cleared away by Henry Ensu. Throw in GoldStars.
So that was quite a very good lead there from Henry Ensu. He couldn't take chances. Because Atinga comes in towering always.
Ofori with a throw. Opoko Ajiman. Echampon. Lovely ball to Opoko Ajiman, but the control not promising enough. Indeed, a flag had gone up from Seth Ableto. The assistant referee won for offside against Bibiani GoldStars. It was Vincent Atinga, actually, the man caught in that offside trap.
Well, he should have known better. This is the centre back who understands these very well, more than any other. I'm sure he couldn't read his environment quickly.
Jewo wins the free kick for Asante Kotoko. GoldStars have 22 home points this season, 7 wins from 8 home games, with just 1 draw against Mediama in that outstanding Premier League game played here a couple of weeks ago. Lauda seems to be surprised the decision has gone against him.
It looks like there's a quick switch of lines between himself and Peter Amiduakwa. Confusing their markers.
Here's Lord Amwa. Misunderstanding, confusion on which direction the throw-in should be going. Nkua caught in the mix.
I think that the ball came back off Peter Amidu, but he was outside the playing territory.
Atakumi appeals for a foul, claiming he was pushed down by the Kotoko captain referee. We'll have none of that. Yarisaka goes past review. Jehu is trying to switch across the field now. Morifin Donzo shows great desire. Donzo now Jehu into space. He drives. He's blocked by Atenga. Saka with a cross, header by Yakubu, and it's a good save by Kobe again. Yakubu Dogo, first attempted goal in the Kotoko jersey, and Kobe had to rise to the occasion.
He knew he could have done better. Quick steal there from Ubedo. 1 second out and got that ball. And in Swenga, looks like a ricochet off the shoulder of Dogo. He wanted it quite better, but couldn't really direct his neck muscles. And quite an easy catch for Emmanuel Kobe. He makes much more brilliant saves than this. If you offer him this, he's going to quickly get them into his safe palms.
What a moment it would have been for the Kotoko new recruits joined from second division side Mid City, who play in the Ashanti Regional Second Division League. First AJ, Amon Kote. Good track back by Dogo, but it's here Atakumi, and it's straight to Mohamed Kamara.
That is how instinctive Atakumi is. He's had very few efforts in there. Once you lose the defense, he picks up that scrap. But I think that was just directed through the middle. And there was no way Kamara was going to allow that. Get past him.
Yarisaka up against Rafiu. Fair challenge from Rafiu. Shows great strength to win the ball, but he's given it away to Joseph Amwa. Asaka Dada still stays down. Amwa's cross is uninspiring as he goes out for a goal kick.
That's quite a terrible delivery there. You can see he understands and makes the apology. He was quite looking for Morifin Donzo and Dogo who are inside the penalty area.
Injury concern for Asante Kotoko's number 11, Saka Dauda. He's been one of those players who have been on and off the field due to injuries. And the medical team will be worried that he's gone down again at 40 minutes here at the dance park.
It's quite unfortunate. He seems to have some spark in life. Ain't cool. That is an area that has been troubling him this entire season. Just like you mentioned, the medical team wouldn't want to see him come up, and the coach himself wouldn't want to see his brilliance curtailed by that knock he's just made. And thankfully he's up and should be able to work this at least for the remainder of the first half.
And it's 5 minutes away from the break. No goals at the dance park in the top line of match day 19. Kotoko coming close with that Morphin Donzo drive, saved cleverly by Kobe, and then the weak header by Yakubu Dogo, also easily collected by Kobe. And Ensu's header. Prince Beidou. Atakumi takes possession from Beidou. Brings it back to first AJ. Not a good ball from AJ, trying to find Samuel Champon. Lord Amoa wins the throwing off for Champon.
Very good defensive work there coming from Lord Amoa. The Champon was a bit late. He never expected that ball. Lord was first to it. And he made sure he wasn't going to lose any touch.
Two Kotoko players already warming up. Inusa and Johnson. Here is Opoko Ajiman. Switches to Nkua. Flag stays down. Nkua, the cutback is poor, and Kotoko reclaim possession. Yakubu, lovely ball. Here is Aqua. Can't go past Ofori. Clever reading of the game by Ofori.
Brilliant defensive work there from Ofori. Wasn't in a rush, took his time and make that interception.
GoldStars lead possession with 55%, with Kotoko, the away side, coming up with some 45% of possession. Now GoldStars, Beidou, and Suclares. Saka heads it down looking for Dogo, but Atinga gets it away for GoldStars. Here is Justice Arta up against Joseph Amoa. Amon Kote. Poor ball from AJ. The idea was very obvious. He wanted to pick out Nkua, but poor execution.
Brilliant decision he tried to make there. Foster had that vision, but that threaded pass couldn't find his man, who was quite a little bit outstretched from his initial position.
Saka is unhappy with the challenge from Rafiu. Second time he's going down from a physical contest against Rafiu.
He understands, but he cannot allow his marker to feel comfortable. He's really had a very good start to the game, and if you allow him any freedom, he's going to just torment the GoldStars defense. That was tactical from Rafiu.
Amoa. Aqua. Swings in across. Donzo is arriving. Kobe gets it away. Justice Alta is pushed down. You know, very intelligent way to win the foul. He knew exactly what he wanted. Stood right in front of the Kotoko player, who aggressively pushed him down without any option.
Exactly, knowing that he has that problem of a yellow card and cannot really get into a ragged tackle weather situation. And once he had that outstretched arm, Sakadauda gave himself away.
"14 fouls on Kotoko's end and 5 at GoldStars. And there we have another player. This time it's Rafiu. Ibrahim, the right back, who has gone down.
This doesn't look good for him. He's really had quite a very decent game. Itami Dwaka was stopped. They couldn't really cause lots of trouble. Sakadauda has come. He hasn't really been an overly dominant display over the right back. I'm sure from his impressive display in the last couple of games, you wouldn't want to lose him.
Absolutely. We've done 45 minutes already here at the dance park in Bibiani. It's GoldStars nil, Kotoko nil. Saka, Yakubu Dogo, beaten in the air by Atenga, and Ofori gets it away under pressure from Saka. We're doing 3 additional minutes already here at the dance park.
It's quite understandable. There's been a number of stoppages, treatment to goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobe.
Samba with a through ball looking for Donzo, but it's stolen by Rafiu. Justice Arta comes up against Joseph Amoa, both left-footed players. Teasing Amoa around the line, swings it across to the box, away by Samba. Ofori steps up for Amonkote. Atenga. Samuel Champon. Very poor delivery by the left back. He's been very brilliant this afternoon. He's been one of the brightest spots for GoldStars, but this was horribly delivered.
Well, that was quite a poor delivery there. There was too much space left for him. There wasn't pressure from Peter Amido, and you can understand why Kamara was fuming at his right winger. He wanted him to get a bit more close.
The last home game for GoldStars was a drawn game against Mediama, but the previous one before the Mediama game was the one that shook the foundations of the Bibiani Township. From 2 goals down, they came to beat Dreams FC by 3 goals to 2. A win that propelled them to their current second spot, to their current 4th spot on the league log. They were second before yesterday's game between Hazabok and Dreams.
You don't quite understand the reason why they've had that slam.
Amoa delivers, and the flick on by Henry Ensu goes out for a goal kick.
Despite, a sharp delivery, but not the very best of connections. Looked like the back of his head trying to connect and aim for the top left corner.
Any moment from now, FIFA referee Julian Nuno will whistle to bring the first half to an end. Kamara is called to duty. He responds with a big clearance, and that's the whistle to wrap up the first half of this big game here at the dance park in Bibiani. It's truly lived up to the bill. Asante Kotoko creating some decent chances. Top of them is that drive from Morfin Donzo, who was denied by the outstretched foot of Emmanuel Kobe. Half time at the dance park here in Bibiani, match 19 of the Ghana Premier League. Asante Kotoko drawing against GoldStars here. And for possession, it's been GoldStars who have had the better shot, 55, with Kotoko coming up with 45, 3 corners for the home side. Saka Dauda, the only player to be yellow carded in this afternoon's game. Both teams have had 2 shots, with Kotoko having 2 on target. Half time at the dance park. GoldStars nil, Asante Kotoko nil.